This video is made in collaboration with Mini Sims. A while back I asked you what you want me and Mini Sims to build, and you voted for a Victorian mansion. So that's what I'm gonna build. Mini Sims also made a Victorian mansion. I will link it somewhere in the description, maybe in the cards. You won't miss it. I would want to ask you which of us did better. So I am gonna create a poll that should be up right now, where you can vote on whether me or Mini Sims made a better version of a Victorian mansion. But now onto the build. As you see, I am working on the exterior, on the shape of the house. As a inspiration, I went on Pinterest like I always do, and I found a piece of artwork. The goal for me was to make a magical build. I wanted it to be a bit fairy tale like you would see in a fairy tale. As is usual with a Victorian mansion, there are round shapes in here. This one doesn't really have a tower, but kind of a floating tower on the left side. As you see, I built, and I have a round gazebo at the front of the build. I think it's called a gazebo. I had a lot of trouble making it fit with the rest of the build. I wanted my sim to be able to enter it, to have it functional. So now you see it's round, but it has a really weird corner in the end. But when the build is finished, I don't think it's really noticeable, and it is functional this way. There are a lot of weird shapes on this house. See, the sim is totally able to get to this side. And here I'm using columns. I didn't limit any packs, I didn't limit any money, I just went at it. The picture I used for inspiration had a gazebo like this, but the roof had a lot of decorations. There were a lot of hearts on it, and we don't really have something like that. So I used the glass rooftop with this very cute ornaments in here, and I thought it looked so good on this build. There is an awning that is from Get Famous, I believe. This one was the right size, the right color, and yes, it is gonna be pink. I know when I am doing a Victorian mansion, I usually make it pink because I love how it looks. It looks so fairy tale like. And don't worry, I'm gonna change up the windows I placed on the second floor because I really didn't like that. The fence and the door are from Strangerville. I have used a Get Famous window underneath. I am gonna use some more Strangerville windows and some Realm of Magic windows. I am building this in the Realm of Magic because I really like how the world looks, and it really fits with the kind of build I am trying to make. The roof gave me so much trouble. As you see, I am done with the shape of the house. This is what it's gonna get, and now I am trying to figure out the roof. It took me such a long time, and I've cut out a lot of footage from me fiddling with the roof. So just imagine me. And I really like this round roof piece like this, but it is clipping like crazy. So I'm gonna change it. The one on the side, not the one on the front. I think I changed the shape of the roof on top, so it fit. It didn't clip as much. The back side, I extended the back as far as I thought would fit on this lot, because it is mansion, so it should be big. It's not as big as I initially wanted it to be, but I think it's still very big. There is room for at least 4 sims. There are 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathroom, and the downstairs is completely a living area, a kitchen and a study, and the upstairs is just a sleeping quarters. I'm making a bit of a tower here. In here there will be attic stuff, so there will be the decorations box and just some clutter I'm gonna place in there. But you can easily convert it into another bedroom if you wanted it. You can convert the study into a bedroom, so it could easily sleep a lot of Sims. I think if you use bunk beds, you might even be able to sleep 8 Sims in here. I wanted something underneath that, a little tower on the side, so I used I think it's called a trim. And I really liked how it looked. Oh, here I'm going with Realm of Magic windows. I really liked the stained glass, the way it looks. I'm using a few columns to separate the windows because they are touching each other. I didn't really like the look. Again, you see me fiddling with the roof a lot. I don't worry, I'm not gonna leave it like this. Yeah, the smaller roof trim, and I'm fiddling with the shape of the roof a lot because everything kept clipping and I really didn't want it to clip. I am also using a lot of roof decorations, as I usually don't do. Oh, and here we're gonna make it pink, of course. It's totally a pink house. And here the driveway, I didn't like the way it didn't fit with the outside of the lot, if that makes any sense. It's rounded on the outside of the lot, and I couldn't get it to fit, so I just made a rounded piece on the front. I am gonna remove the terrain paint because I didn't like it. Here we go. Lots of daisies and pine trees everywhere, just to make it fit with the environment and to make it look even more fairy tale like. And here I am figuring out what kind of windows I want. I am going to use Realm of Magic windows again. I really like these ones because you can just make about any shape you want. It's really pretty. I went with a light wooden floor on the outside, and to make it even more fairy tale like, I placed a bird feeder in the gazebo and a bird house on the outside and a rocking chair, of course. And then I found these little things from Snowy Escape, which are so cute. I had to use it. And there is a little table with a bowl of lemonade. And this is a Seasons rug I placed in the front with a heart. It's not the right shade of pink, but I thought it was just too perfect not to use. And inside you are gonna see that those windows, those glass stained windows, are letting through a lot of light, which is pretty weird. Oh yeah, here I'm changing the roof up. I didn't came up with it 3-piece roof as fast as this video is letting on. This build took me such a long time, but I had a lot of fun. This is the stairs to the upstairs. Why is it called upstairs? It's in the Netherlands we just call it boven. It's not up the stairs. It's weird. This is the half bathroom for the downstairs, and just a sink and a toilet is when you need to go to the bathroom when you are downstairs. I'm using tool to place the mirror exactly at the height I wanted to. It's the Realm of Magic mirror, which is really, really pretty. And I'm gonna use Realm of Magic wallpaper inside. The front of this house there is going to be a study, and this is the living room I'm working on. The couch is from the Paranormal Stuff pack, and it's just my absolute favorite, and it comes in pink, so why not? I really like those pillows. I think they are from the Toddler Stuff pack, I'm not entirely sure, but the colors are just perfect for this. In this house I am imagining there be a family living here, so I wanted some toys downstairs so that the children could play here. They can also just go play in the room, but also some toys downstairs. As this is a competition, I can be pretty competitive. I really went all out on this build. I don't mind losing. when I am in a competition, but I do need to know that I did the absolute best I could do, and that I just lost because I'm not good enough, not because I didn't try hard enough, if that makes with any sense. The whole downstairs is light purple. I just like the color, and here's a little entryway with a bowl to drop your keys in, and the board from Parenthood. You can set curfews and stuff. I wanted a place to hang your coat, so I went with the get together closet and a little smiling mirror, which I think is just so cute. I didn't like the way it was open to the rest of the house, so I closed it off and put a archway in here with a curtain just to separate the two. Sadly, I had to delete one of the cushions because it didn't fit. This is the office. It's a pretty big office. If you close off the walls, you can definitely make it into a bedroom if you want it. These curtains are really extra, but they just scream fairy tale to me, and I really wanted to make it a fairy tale home. And I also love these paintings. They are from Get Famous, I believe. They have a lot of really pretty swatches, and especially in a house this big, they just take up a lot of space that would otherwise be empty. This will be the kitchen and the dining area. Everything is open plan. I really like that in a house where the Sims can just walk around everywhere and you don't have walls in the way. It's a pretty big kitchen. I made a diagonal island, which is a bit ambitious, I know, but I just like the way it looked with the rounded corners. This is a closet from Laundry Day, which I thought fitted really well with the rest of the kitchen in form of the color scheme, and I could add a lot of clutter to it. I will add a door to the outside in here, just remove one of the cabinets and scooting over the closet, so we do have a little bit of patio on the back of the house. Because the house is this big, there isn't much of a backyard, but I don't think that is much of a problem because you've got plenty to do inside the house. Here I'm just filling up this cabinet with some stuff. I am alt placing these lots of this stuff. You just press Ctrl plus 9 to raise it up and 0 to raise it down. Sometimes you can do it without the control, but I have set some of the keys to save camera and angles, which is nice for screenshots. And like you see at the start of each of my building videos, that you just slide across the front of the house, and when you have done that, you can easily up and down stuff with the 0 and 9 keys, and you need to press Ctrl to do so. This is a pretty big lamp I am using on top of the dining table, but I thought it fit the rest of the house. Now I'm gonna work on the upstairs. I am gonna extend the back of the house a little bit just to make room for a third bedroom. And here I'm adding the patio on the back. I'm using the same stuff as I used on the front, same stairs, same everything, just to make it look cohesive. And here I am gonna add a back door. It's a bit hidden, but it's functional. Your Sims can just go outside here. And of course I needed to alter the roof here, which also gave me a lot of trouble again. But I think it, especially when I made it dark, it looks pretty good. I really like to make the roof dark because you can't really see where one piece is going into the other piece. This is the attic. You enter it through a ladder, and of course you can make it into a bedroom if you need more space. I just put some clutter in here, just some stuff your Sims don't really need every day, but you can also place it somewhere else. Here I'm figuring out the layout. This will be 2 bedrooms, and the round part will be a bathroom. I am using the same glass stained windows just because they are really pretty. My old home had glass stained windows, and I really liked the look of it. Right now I'm living in a very new home, like it's in a row of 10 other homes that look exactly like it. And even though I really like the look of these older homes with the glass stained windows and with all the decorations, the upkeep is an absolute nightmare. There was always something broken in our old house. And now in the new house it isn't. But of course in the Sims you don't really have that trouble of the roof rotting away or leaking pipes or stuff like that. I really had so much fun making and decorating this house. I used the same wooden floor as I did downstairs. I am figuring out what wallpaper to use. All the bedrooms now have the parenthood wallpaper, which I think is really pretty. The parent bedroom will get a different wallpaper because it just this is a bit childlike what they got right now. Of course, I needed to use the new closet because it's just too gorgeous. I was imagining there a child living here that was really into arts and crafts, so I placed the crafts desk that came with nifty knitting and just a drawing table, a violin, and the one of those boxes that came with parenthood where they can raise skills. It's a painting project, and just some posters on the wall and nice purple curtains, which I don't often use, but I really like the color of it. I am also using a lot of those season stickers everywhere. You saw me putting those hearts in the pink room, and this green room, it will get the same stickers but in a different swatch, which are sunflowers. I just thought it brought a little bit more color, a little bit more personality, and I just really liked the way it looked. It makes it look so much more fun. And I thought this bedroom was more for a teenage sim, and I gave them an easel and a computer, I believe, again with the stickers, and I really like the cat and dog stickers with the tree. And there is a hamster on here. I never place a hamster in the houses, but or a bubbleless it's called. I don't really know, but just thought it was funny. And this is the parents' bedroom. Changed the wallpaper as you see to make it even more fairy tale and dreamy. And this is a very expensive bed, but it fitted the vibe so much. Those curtains are from I believe movie Hangout, and they are one of my favorites. They just looked so cute. This closet is also from the movie Hangout stuff, and a parenthood mirror, and just some art on the walls to make it look a bit more grown up. It is a very pink room though. I really like the way it came out. A very luxurious bathroom with a corner tub, and just I used the same stuff as I use in the other bathrooms. It's a very expensive toilet and sink, and I used a Realm of Magic mirror, which just looked cute. The bed moth is a bit clipping with the wall, but you couldn't see it from the outside, so it was fine by me. And this is the bathtub shower combo, and now I'm working on the patio in the back, just a little seating area and a rocking chair, just to make a nice cozy area. I'm also gonna place the fairy lights that came with the parenthood pack, which I thought was just so cute, and I'm placing lots of colors, flowers everywhere. You hear the fairy lights, and just some potted potted trees. Oh, and here I'm placing these rocks, and I'm using tulle to make them all different sizes, which I thought looked really cute. And of course lots of daisies. Oh, here you see me using tulle. I've cut a lot out of it because it took quite a lot of time to make all those stones a little bit different. And of course my favorite tree, it just had to be in this build. And a little flowery mat, and I changed to nighttime to see if everything is well lit up even during the night. Those fairy lights do give some light, but not a lot. And I'm lighting up the gazebo bit in here. I'm now putting down the final touches, just some terrain paint and just checking if everything looks nice. I'm adding these butterflies, which I thought made it even look more fairy tale like. And now I'm really happy with the result, and I hope you like this too. You can vote on whether you think my or mini Sims build is better in the community tab. If you like this build, please press a thumbs up because it really helps me and my channel. If you didn't know, I post new Sims 4 videos every day, so I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye bye!